So, hello people! You have probably all heard about the Bermuda Triangle in the Caribbean. We are at a similar place, except it's not called the Bermuda Triangle, it's called the Bermuda Square, in the middle of Europe, in Slovakia, in the forests of Tribec. There are some legends. We are going to sleep over here in the woods. There are 4 options that will happen. One is that sometimes there are bears here, so we'll get eaten by a bear. The second one is we will get eaten by the wolves that sometimes appear here. The third is that one of the legends will get us. And the fourth, and the one with the biggest probability to happen, is that we will find nothing at all. And we are marching up the hill for nothing, but we enjoy it. Yeah. We have a few legends about the Black Castle. Of course, we'll start with a legend that dates back to the 13th century, during the Middle Ages here. And supposedly, when the castle, they started building it, the first guardians of the castle, who had to work here so no one would destroy or steal anything, because the castle was also used to protect gold mining. Some of them got lost. They were never found in the Middle Ages, and the people during these times think that it was the spirit of the Tribec woods that is basically just protecting its territory, which is the whole mountain pass and the woods itself. Here in the Black Castle there is a tale of the White Lady, who was a noblewoman who basically died because of heartbreak and some intrigues that were happening in the higher circles during the Middle Ages. So, we are at the peak of Tribec, on the place where during the Middle Ages the Black Castle stood. There's nothing here. It was fully abandoned in the 18th century, I think. And basically this place has a legend too, but first we need to set up the camp. There's a place for a fire. People come here to just sit after a long hike, but not many of them sleep over because of the legends and things that apparently happen at this place. So yeah, we have to set up camp, find some wood, make a fire, and we will see what will happen later. Also, we have some reports of mysterious disappearances from the 20th century. Some people went on hikes here, right where we are sitting at the moment, and basically the locals say that the castle picks its own victims, that it steals their souls and basically just leaves the body alone, but a body without a soul is basically dead for the people who believe in spirituality. and things like this. Also, there is the curse of the Black Castle. That is basically if someone decides that he wants to rebuild it, it will bring him bad luck, diseases, and until it basically kills him. During the 1990s, a businessman supposedly tried to restore it, but he suffered a fatal accident that is not, or we didn't find anything specific that what happened to him, if it was some car crash, anything basically. The local elders are also talking about a strange ritual that was taken here, and it was meant to keep people away from certain areas, and yeah, basically those certain areas are believed to be the home of the spirit of these woods, and it's basically to protect its territory. People who linger too long in these areas, probably even this one, are talking about memory loss and extreme pain when they returned home and nothing happened on their hike, so there was no reason to have any feelings of pain after you get home. Also, some people are claiming to hear some unexplained sounds and calls. We are here for around, what, 5 hours, and we still didn't hear anything except some normal sounds that are normal in these woods.
Okay,
But
nothing.
some say they call them, the voices that are calling them are the spirits or the ghosts or whatever we want to call them of those who perished in the woods, and they are basically calling them to the afterlife or the eternal darkness that this forest becomes right after sunset. So we are next to the Tribec castle, or basically on the place where the castle used to stand. There's not much of it left, just a few walls that used to be guarding the people here. Well, it's pitch dark around us. The hike was pretty terrible, pretty hard, but manageable. It took us some time to get used to the forest sounds and all this, but all the things we heard, we didn't think it was something unnatural, just our minds playing with us, because we are not used to be in these woods and we are not that familiar with the place, but we managed. So we are at the moment at the Black Castle, which reportedly some people got lost here, right here. They went for a hike and never came back. Also, we have some tales of mysterious stones. Among locals, some people say that these stones are hidden in these woods, and you shouldn't touch them because it is believed that it's a gateway or a portal to the world of the dead. And if you touch them, you basically open that world and you can get inside of it.
Nothing.
There was a weird sound behind me. But yeah, the locals say that you should avoid these spots and don't touch anything, any rocks that look weird or suspicious to you, because the things that can happen to you are either you get sucked or will never leave the woods, or the forest itself will inflict its wrath on you by giving you nightmares that will never go away, or unimaginable illnesses. It is important to say one thing about us, and that is we don't believe in any of these things. Of course, we read as much as we could about it, so there is a little bit of paranoia and all this. We are in a forest, there are wild animals around us, so yeah, that is giving something to that fear, but it's not like we are afraid that we will not find the path back home, or at least out of the forest. The people sometimes, at least some, we read some stories about them, they say that they knew the paths and the trails and all this, but as soon as they wanted to go back after a short rest or anything, basically the route or the path that led them to their destination was not there anymore. Some people said that yes, that happened, but a forester, a local forester, said that he is walking in these woods for 15 years and nothing ever happened to him, and he never saw anything special or unexplainable. So we are basically here to see if anything will happen or nothing, if it's just legend and stories, fairy tales, or if really something is here with us at the moment. So we have some equipment with us. We will shortly go to the castle, or the remnants of the castle itself. We have our thermo camera, basically for seeing if any temperatures are weird, because we know that people who are hunting ghosts usually say that when a spirit, ghost or anything is close to you, you feel that coldness a little bit more. We have an EMF meter. It basically shows an electromagnetic field. Once again, the cameraman is showing that the camera is basically getting my face, you know, that small frame, and it starts jumping around.
Maybe because
It can be a problem with the camera or anything, but pretty weird. Who knows? We don't want to be like some people that will see something small and start screaming and all this. And we also don't want to believe that something is here, because they can go away anytime, but we cannot. If we find something, we are basically stuck here with it until morning. So, as I said, the EMF meter, it detects some abnormalities in the electromagnetic field. Once again, people who are familiar with hunting ghosts know that the spirits have that field around them, and it's pretty strong. So the cameraman is pretty afraid for some reason. So yeah, it's getting me nervous.
nothing, but
Also,
he tried to find your face.
who knows? We will see. Also, we bought ourselves a little recorder, basically a spirit box, once again, to talk and... Okay, that was a leaf. To talk with the spirits and record whatever they say. If we record anything and if something is here, it will probably, or we hope that it will want to talk with us for a short amount of time, just for a little bit. We don't need much, that's for you, spirit, but we want to talk with him or her, depends. So we have our EMF meter here. We just want to show you that nothing that we use is disrupting it. Just a little bit if we do this, but nothing around. Okay, so we are right in front of it, in front of what remains of the Black Castle. So all we need to do is just get inside through here. Okay, so everything is set up. Our spirit box, the EMF meter, nothing. The EMF meter is not responding to the spirit box, and the lamp, not even if I put it right on it. And well, we will see. We have our thermal camera, so we will see anything that is unusual. If anything is unusual, we'll hit our recording on our spirit box, and right now we will just wait. Around us it's around 11-12 degrees Celsius. At the place where the thermal camera and these things are, it is around 11-10. So I think we can start with some simple questions. Today is the 26th of October 2024. My name is David. Is anyone from the people who were lost in these woods or in the right here on the Black Castle here with us? Is anyone here with us who was a victim of the woods or something else? Because we are in Slovakia, we will try to ask in Slovak. We don't know if that will berg or anything, but dnes je 26.10. Som David. Je tu niekto s nami, kto bol obeťou tribeckého lesa, že ste sa stratili a vaše duše už nenašli východ odtiaľto. Je tu s nami nejaký bývalý obyvateľ alebo niekto, kto pôvodne staval Čierny hrad a zmizol? Je tu s nami niečo alebo niekto, kvôli komu sa strácajú ľudia v lesoch a v horách? Je tu pri nás údajná biela pani, ktorá tu umrela kvôli intrikám a nešťastnej láske.
Nothing. Okay.
So, even though we found nothing, that still doesn't say anything. Maybe we just did something wrong or something incorrect. or just not a good day. But we will leave every single camera around our fire to see if something will happen while we sleep or are not looking that way. So yeah, who knows what will happen. Maybe we'll get eaten by a bear, eaten by a ghost, or nothing. So we survived the night, and we are making some breakfast. After that we will take everything with us and go downhill, which is basically the second part that we are most afraid of, because the legends say that even if you survive the night, it doesn't mean that you get out of the woods. So we will see at the bottom. So we are out of the woods. As the legend said, the path should have disappeared. It didn't. It took us around 45 minutes to get down. It was much easier than going up. Also, on our way back, we met a guy who was picking mushrooms and he gave us one. So we will see if it was something of a ghost of this forest, and when we eat it, we will die. But we will see. Who knows? And yeah, it looks like that. Nothing is in the woods, or at least where we were camped and slept there. We will watch the recordings of the campsite at home, because we set up cameras. If we find anything, it will be probably used. So I think it's time to go home and have a good meal and go to sleep.